guys, it's your boy JC coming at you with a whole new video. So I was on Twitter and Instagram and I'm seeing this hashtag saying today's kids will never know, and I'm just like instantly thinking of all the things I used to do as a kid that I don't do now, the different TV shows, all the different lines and programs on the computer I used to do, all the things that basically a 90s baby like me did back in the day. So I'm basically going to be listing a few things I found on Twitter, some of my own I'm going to throw in there, things that today's kids will never know. Today's kids will never know the joy of LimeWire. You know, that program that gave you bare viruses, like every time you download like maybe 10 songs that would take like 3 hours to download because of dial-up. Today's kids will never know the squad that was from McDonald's, you know, Ronald McDonald, that little weird purple guy, the burglar, or whatever his name was, and that bird thing, whatever the hell that thing was. But honestly, nobody will ever know those characters even existed. Today's kids will never ever know what Wizard Kelly's face looked like, and that woman that used to be by the side of the mirror in the Powerpuff Girls, I don't know what her name was, but honestly, nobody will ever know their faces. Today's kids will never know the sadness of when Simba's father died. It was just heart-wrenching. Honestly, I cried a little bit. Today's kids will never know the joy of actually going to Blockbuster and renting DVDs. Blockbuster was Netflix back in the day before it went bankrupt and just disappeared. It was the shit. Renting DVDs, watching that shit, keeping it for as long as you wanted, because honestly, I don't think they even care. Today's kids will never know the joy of playing with Kids Picks. You know, that program, Kids Picks? The one that you could basically design almost anything on it? Like, that shit was mind-blowing. Every time the teacher would sit down in this computer room, I would honestly be on that thing the whole time instead of, you know, researching shit, because honestly, ain't nobody got time for that. Today's kids will never, ever get to know the original Google. Today's kids will never know when MTV was actually good. You know, Pimp My Ride, that shit was the shit. Honestly, I could watch that for hours on end. Today's kids will never know when Disney crossed over all the major TV shows they had. They crossed over Lilo and Stitch, Kim Possible together, Zack and Cody, That's So Raven. They crossed them all together, made them all great. It was sick. It was sick. Come on now. Standing up for hours on end, seeing crossover after crossover. Today's kids will never know how to take care of an online pet. Like, remember Tamagotchis? Those little like egg-looking things that you could raise a pet and make them die or live or basically do anything you wanted. Today's kids will never know Mighty Beans. Little bite-sized little beans, you know, they were like 2 inches tall. They had like a little marble thing inside. They would flip, dip, and they had different designs on them. I had like a good 50 of them, and you could play with them, make them slide around. Honestly, it was the cheapest thing ever, and it was the most entertainment I ever had. Today's kids will never know about Beyblade. Beyblade, 3 seasons of it. Sickest show ever. It was so intense. The music was so intense. It was like the first anime show I really got into, and it was the sickest thing. We used to play at my school across the street and just go crazy with it. Like, those toys were freaking dangerous too. We were like, what, 7 or 8 years old, spinning blades of metal at each other and shit. Honestly, the rules back then were a lot less than they are now. Thanks guys for watching my video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit me up on Twitter, hashtag Today's Kids Will Never Know, and you know, give me some of your best. You never know, I might make a part 2 to this, whatever, but thanks guys, peace.